that our team, one quality that our team has is that word, is team. Right? It doesn't matter who makes the play. It doesn't matter when they make the play, but it's everybody just being brought in, everybody playing for each other. And that's the biggest thing I think that garners success is like nobody's worried about who gets the honors, who gets the accolades. It's truly everybody cares about just winning, and that's what matters most. It takes growth throughout the year. It takes ups and downs. It takes failure. It takes just a lot of learning lessons throughout the entire year truly to grow, to make you tighter. You think you learn best in those tough moments, right? You see who guys are, where's your true character when things get tough, when everything isn't going well. Like, how do guys respond? And we've seen how everybody responded through those tough times that we had, throughout some tough losses, right? But everybody continued to stick together. Everybody continued to work, and that's the reason why we're in the position we're in now.
So when you look at CJ and how he's go ahead, Aaron. When you look at CJ and his growth, continual growth, even in the home stretch here of the season, what have you seen from him in recent weeks as he continues to improve?
CJ's been the same throughout the year. I've always spoke about his growth throughout the year. I mean, from day one to where we are now, but he's been consistent, right? I think throughout the past month that he's been back from the injury, he's just really been just got very calm, right? He's been focused, he's been laser focused, locked in, but he's been very calm, very confident, and I think everybody else feels that around him.
Coach, I know you don't know the destination just yet. You just know the day and the time of where you all are playing next. How do you prepare your team for the elements? Because it's going to be, somewhere that's going to be cold, somewhere that could potentially be windy. How do you prepare your team for that?
Right. Not sure where we'll be playing, but we do know the elements. There will be cold weather. Gracious that we have cold weather here in Houston this week. It comes at the right time for us to be able to go out, practice outside in the cold weather. I don't think you get used to it. I always say no matter what the conditions are for a game, right, you have 3.5 hours to suck it up, and whatever that weather is, you have to deal with it and be your best in that moment. You're not the only one dealing with the conditions. The other team, they're dealing with the conditions as well. So it's no excuse, no matter what the weather is, where we have to go. Like, man, you have to be excited about the opportunity to play, and whatever it is, you suck it up for 3 hours and you play your best.
How rare is it that a team that is toward the top in terms of the snap by rookies, for them to be in the second round, win a playoff? How rare is that to have so much rookie contribution and being able to succeed and thrive with that?
DJ, I'm not sure, where we stack up with the rookies and the history of how many, the snap count and where we are. But I know our guys, in this moment, second round, you talk about experience, rookies. For us and for me, and my message with our guys is ball. Like, no matter who we play against, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie, if you're an experienced vet, all of that doesn't matter. It's about guys executing, playing together, playing fast, playing relentless. That doesn't change no matter where you play, no matter whether you're home or away. It doesn't matter, man. It's about playing team football, playing complementary football. If we do that the right way, experience, inexperience, it doesn't matter.
Hey, Coach, what has it been like to see Juice Words make an impact on that offensive line as much as he has, especially considering that he missed like half of the season with, I think, a hamstring?
Yeah, really proud of Juice, man. You talk about a guy who's missed pretty much the entire season. And for him to come back at the time that he came back, we know it wasn't all good with him coming back. We knew there would be growing pains there. He played center all throughout training camp for us, and for him to come back and step in at the guard position, he had to get familiar with that spot, playing at the left guard. But Juice he's gotten better, and we've seen him grow as he's been in there, and he's gotten better each week, which has helped our offensive line. Their success, it's been the play of all three of the interior guys, starting with Juice. Also, Shaq, it doesn't get a lot of attention, but Shaq has been there since day one. Hasn't missed a snap. He's been there. It's fought through. It's been a tough year. He's been one of the staples for us up front. and also Dieter stepping in at center. So those interior three guys done a really good job for us.
DeMeco, it felt like Bobby and CJ, the offense were in rhythm and in tune, maybe as good as they've been all season long. Was there something that maybe led to that in that matchup? And I mean, that's the #1 defense that they kind of had one of the better games of the season against. What do you think kind of led to that? Was it just what Cleveland was doing, what the execution that you guys always talk about? It felt like they were really in tune.
Yeah, the offense, they're definitely in sync, starting with Bobby and with the play calls, and it comes down always to the players and how they executed the calls. And that's what stood out the most. And you talk about going against that scheme for the second time around. I don't think anybody felt good about our first matchup versus them, so there probably was a little extra attention to detail, a little extra attention taken to the preparation. Our guys were dialed in. They were locked into what we asked them to do, and we knew up front, right, early in the week that it was gonna be a challenge for us just to handle what we needed to handle, all right, to try to make some plays against a really tough defense who've been #1 throughout the entire year, and they made a lot of plays on us the first game. So our guys were up for the challenge, and they stood up and they made the plays that we needed to make to win the game.
Can you talk about just the progress of Metchie, especially, I know it's been all season, but especially to this week and what you've seen in him?
Right, really. Yeah, Metchie has, with this season, I think Metchie has had little up and downs throughout the season. Had some opportunities to make plays, and some moments he made them, some he didn't. But what a moment for him this past game, for him to come up with a couple big catches there, run after catch. Really proud of him for his journey and all that he's been through. And no one's been through it tougher than him. And for him to show the resolve to continue to push, continue to fight to get better at his craft day in and day out. Nobody works on their craft harder than Metchie, and it was good to see the success come from it in our first playoff game. So very happy. I know our entire team was happy to see him make some plays for us to put us in position to score there.
I know you got the weather. Kind of is what it is. Both teams have been playing it. But going back to your playing days, what is it like having to hit 200, 300 pound going in it, negative degree weather, and consistently doing that? Especially in this case when it's like winter go home, kind of have to just.
Yeah, it's fun. I was fortunate to play in one cold weather game, Eagles versus Lions, where we literally went in for warm-ups and came back out and there was snow everywhere. And it's one of the games I think everybody remember where Shady kind of took off in the second half. But it's fun playing in the cold weather games, and you kind of block out all of how bad it's going to hurt or it doesn't matter, man. How blessed are we to be in the position we're in playing, for a spot to go to the AFC Championship game. So that's all that matters. That's all that's on our mind, is just finding a way to win, no matter the elements, no matter how you feel. I know everybody's pretty sore, everybody's beat up at this moment, but how would victory feel? And that's all that matters.
To that point, I mean, you have a number of guys like Nico, CJ, they've played in cold weather environments in college. Is it advantageous to have that experience, kind of know what to experience going into the game?
As long as you know what you need to wear, make sure you prepare, make sure you wear the proper things that'll help you while you're standing around on the sideline. But once you hit the field, you're going to get cold. And again, I would say, who cares? Like, let's go. We got to find a way to make plays.
This team has a lot of lead. I even think back to trading up the kid with anything y'all traded away y'all's own state. But I'm just curious, like even before you all got the players that you all had, why did
I believe?
What gave you that confidence, that belief that you all could turn things around?
Yeah. Well, for me, I always say, for me, it always starts with my faith. I truly believe that, we get all the praise and, we get all the attention. But as I told my team in the first meeting, I truly believe that God's grace is over our team. And I truly believe that. And I don't shy away from saying that because that's what I truly believe. And, we've added a ton of players through, whether it's free agency and draft, right? You don't do this alone, but the guys that we added, that says everything, right? You talk about Robert Woods, Noah Brown, Dalton Schultz, CJ, Will, like all of the men that we added, Jimmy Ward, just added a great group of guys who truly care about winning, and that's it. And when you have guys who prepare with the right mindset, guys who show up with the right mindset daily, unselfish guys, and that's one of the keys that's helped us the most. I think we have a really tight room of unselfish guys, and it allows us to get out of our own way and do whatever it takes, right, to be successful.
Coach,
I
there's a,
know you always stress winning the turnover battle, but does that become even more important when you get to this elite level of competition?
The turnover battle is important every week. It's one of the biggest indicators and predictors and wins and losses, all right, in the entire NFL, no matter when you play in, regular season or postseason, all right, most important thing is taking care of the football and trying to take the ball away. So when you do that the right way, like we were able to have some big turnovers and actually capitalize and score on them in the game, and that flips the game instantly. So that doesn't change for us. That's always who we want to be. We want to attack the football because we know if you take the football, your chances of winning the game go out of the roof.
Coach,
We got time for a few more.
Coach, the rest of the season you all really didn't play any primetime games. You all played at noon, pretty much. So the people who got a chance to see you was in the Houston and surrounding areas. These last 2 weeks you have been on primetime television. What do you think that you've shown the rest of the nation as far as your football team is concerned?
Well, I think being on prime time, it's important for everybody to, see who we are. I'm happy we weren't on prime time earlier, but we had some growing pains to do there and learning how to win. But I think everybody just first off, they see CJ and how he plays, how prepared he is when he steps on the field. And I hope everyone just sees a team that loves to play football, that finishes the right way, plays with high energy, right? Because we have fun playing ball, and I hope that's what everyone sees, and everyone is dialed in and excited to watch Houston Texans football.
It's been a while,
It
Travis,
seemed
since
like
you went
throughout the
to.
season that the team always had the right, just one game at a time mindset, nothing too big. It seemed that way throughout the week, last week, and during the game. Does any effort need to be put in to make sure it stays the same now that there's 8 teams left?
No, our message doesn't change. We have blinders on. Our focus is just when we find out. Our focus is whoever will play, just let's prepare our best and let's control what we can control. And that's the only thing that we can control, no matter how many teams are left or that doesn't matter. Like, if we handle us the proper way, we'll be fine.
We've talked a lot
We'll take
about
these last two, Will and Aaron.
building this franchise into a winner and the faith that it's taken. How much does it help to have these moments in the playoffs in order to build the future going forward?
For me, the biggest thing is right now. People can talk about the future, what happens in the future. None of us knows the future. None of us knows what tomorrow may bring, but we focus on right now and where we are right now, and we try to maximize every day that we have, every opportunity that we have that's in front of us that we know that we have right now. That's what it's about. So we're going to, seize the day, and that's what it's all about.
First game of the season at Baltimore, your first game as a coach of regular season, and you guys, your growth from there. I feel like you guys, even though you didn't win, you started some things, you set some standards, you were competitive, and now, look at you now, you're champions.
What's the question there? I'm sorry. Yeah, we got to switch spots here, but
It's an improvement league, and
for sure.
from that first game, where do you see?
Right, man. You talk about drastic improvements. Our first game going against Baltimore, man, tough place to play, right? Rookie quarterback, right? New team, new start going out to Baltimore. You look up, I remember going in at halftime and we were right there, right? Going against a really tough team. We were right there, really tight game, and it kind of, they took it away in the second half, but from there to where we are now, we've definitely grown. Completely different team, right? They're a completely different team. They're trying to figure out, who they would be offensively with the new coordinator. But they've done an outstanding job. Baltimore, with their defense, I think they've been probably the most consistent defense throughout the entire year. And we've grown. Their offense have grown. They've done a really great job. So, if it's Baltimore, be a tough matchup. We'll see what happens here later today.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys. Thank you.